you know, this rant will be an anger rant, but I decided to do something a little bit different. I decided to get angry, vent the angry part of the rant first, record it, and then, you know, talk so I'd be more calm. And basically, after this part of the rant, then the angry, buck wild rant part will go on or whatever. I don't even know what word to use to say that, but it will begin. Yeah, it will begin after this part of the rant. So I'm going to talk about. I know I made a video before, and it was about cryptozoology, which is a subject that YouTube really is not too fond of for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. So I've heard. I don't know if it's really true. But, so, I don't know if any of you listening are familiar with cryptozoology. It's pretty much the study of, like, undiscovered, unknown animals. Sometimes you could say unknown beings. You know, extraterrestrials, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster. You're getting the point. You understand what it is. So, cryptozoology, that's what it's about. So I did a video on what they call, some people are calling them crawlers. I laugh because it's funny. They're calling them crawlers. You know, a crawler is basically what someone would describe as a rake-like being. I don't know if you're listening and if you know what the rake is, look it up. It's an urban legend. It's what they call a creepypasta story. Some people talk about Slender Man and the rake, and you know, and it's in that category of things. Okay, people like to call them crawlers. It tickles me because, like, you know, you're calling it a crawler, I guess because sometimes they're seen crawling. This being supposedly, like many people actually, which I'm one of them, sometimes walks on 4 legs, sometimes walks on 2 legs. But when it's seen walking on all of its 4 legs, they call it a crawler because it's crawling. How cute, right? It's like... So you're calling it a crawler. Okay. Cool. Okay, whatever. You're calling it a crawler. Okay, so sometimes a crawler is described. Now listen close. A crawler can be this type of crawler, because I'm not going to try to confuse you. Many things can be called crawlers sometimes. Basically, something that has a sort of human resemblance, 2 arms, 2 legs, but moving on 4 legs, crawling. People like to call crawlers. But this thing that I like to call them crawlers as well because it seems like it's a very appropriate nickname. I've never seen one myself. I'm gonna just put that out there. I've never seen one of these things. I've heard stories about them. Many stories online I've heard about these things. I've never seen one. I've heard stories about them from Canada. Tell you the truth, I think a lot of people are just bullshitting. I think some people really did see these things. Well, I mean, I know some people did see these things, because I know that some of these beings actually exist, whether people believe it or not. I know they exist, but many people make up fucking stories because they're full of shit. Okay, that's a thing. Everybody knows that. But some people generally have come into contact with these humanoid beings. I'm not going to say human because I wouldn't really call them human, but they are humanoid, okay? They are similar to human beings, okay? So, these characters are described as usually, unusually tall, skinny, gaunt, often round-headed, often sometimes with, haunches or hawks, you know, sometimes they're described as having, inverted legs. They have beak-like mouths. Sometimes they have holes for eyes, or black eyes you'd call them. Gaping mouths. People like to describe them as having gaping mouths. Okay, so I did a rant one time on these beings before, on the crawlers. I did a rant on them. But my whole point was this. My point was that, you know, you could think whatever you want. You know, you could look at a being and have judgments without knowing anything about this being. You can look at it and say what you want. But I have to say myself, I see some of the ugliest people in the fucking... I'm just keeping it real. I see ugliness in people. Like, sometimes I'll look at a motherfucker and I'll be analyzing them and I'll be like, yo, thank God that there's someone out there for everyone, because it's not me. Like, even if I was gay, I don't think that I'd be into whatever the fuck you are, you know. So I'm just saying, like, people look at certain things, like, people find beauty in things, and then people find ugliness in things. And me personally, I find distinct beauty in these cryptids. You know, I don't look at it as it's an ugly, scary thing. I look at it like it's a very beautifully designed animal. You know, whether it is intelligent or unintelligent, I think that functionality is beautiful. You know, and I don't mean beautiful like in the way that I think friggin' Susanna White and friggin' Sarah J. porn stars are beautiful. I'm not saying beautiful like that, like, you know, in a like sexually attractive way, but I'm saying beautiful like how you look at how a horse is designed, and you just look at how, like, the functionality of it. You look at how graceful it is. You look at how the muscles and the ligaments and everything attach to each other, and you look at how, you know, its body's made a certain way to store water, to store fat. It has a certain amount of endurance, and it gets tired fast. You look at all the physics behind its movements. You look at how, you know, it has a certain type of intellect. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. Like, it's the same reason why you would look at a dog, and in particular, a more attractive dog, you know, like a husky or a wolf or something, and you have to admire how functionally beautiful it is made. You know, you have to understand that it's almost a miracle that something literally could be a bag of bones, some muscle, some fucking fur, electrical impulses, and this thing can literally pant, eat, listen to commands, run back and forth, get up, walk around, sleep, have dreams like a person. You have to appreciate that, okay? It's okay if you don't appreciate it, because that's fine. I don't like roaches, but they're a life form. Roaches are actually a very, very functional, very strong little being as in the insect world. But I don't fucking like roaches, because they're disgusting, and I really hate roaches, okay? So I get it. Okay? So you don't like crawlers, you don't like anything creepy to you. I understand, okay? And I chose these images again because the images that I have on the screen, these images in my mind kind of somewhat make me think what I would imagine that these crawlers not look like entirely, but this character Carnage has, you know, the head shape, it has a gaping mouth, it has a very humanoid looking type of upper body and lower body. It's very human, yet at the same time it has a very, like, gargoyle, beak-like mouth, big-eyed-esque look to it. Okay, now, I could look online for pictures of these supposed crawler things and rake-like beings. Not rape, because I know some of you motherfuckers out there think I said rape. I said rake with a K, you know, like a rake you use for leaves, because I know some of you motherfuckers are already scared and panicky already, so you heard anything with an R and an A, and you just literally went way, way, way left field because you got panicky. I didn't say what you thought I said. Okay, so I'm trying to explain this and break it down I'm trying to break it down in a way that you can understand. Okay, so these beings are described as having beak-like mouths, okay? Gaping mouths. They're described as having black holes for eyes, or having very, very big black eyes, okay? Nocturnal type of eyes. Bird-like eyes. You ever seen an owl before? So you're kind of getting an idea, right? Do you know what an owl is, right? You know what a barn owl is. Okay, so you're understanding. It's a gaunt, white, pale creature. It has very, very large eyes. Obviously, these eyes are not big for nothing. Okay, I'm sure you're getting that already. They're not big for nothing. Obviously, it does not have a gaping mouth for nothing. It has a very large mouth. It probably has a mouth that's so wide ear to ear that it looks like it has literally a slit going from ear to ear. Nothing is wrong with this. If you're freaking out, I don't understand why. Like, have you ever seen an owl before? Like, come on. Or have you ever seen one of those birds that has that big, huge mouth? I forgot what it's called, but it has this enormous mouth because it literally swallows things whole. I mean, it's not that freaky when you really think about it. It's a life form, okay? It's a being. Just like you and me, it's a life form. It's a being. It just doesn't look like us. It looks similar to us, but it does not look exactly like us. You have to calm down. Okay? You can't don't panic. You have to calm down. Listen to what I'm saying and calm down. Okay, calm down. You don't freak out about anything else. You've seen everything else. You've seen dogs, you've seen cats and everything else. You've seen how crazy your dog looks when it does stuff you don't understand. It's the same thing with these things, okay? People have seen them before. People always freak out. They tend to always freak out about it. That's just how people are. I'm not gonna, get on an angry rant. I already did that. I already got on an angry rant about the crawlers, about how people just really don't understand. They don't understand that there are other life forms out here, okay? There are other life forms that exist in remote and rural areas, in wooded areas. There are beings that dwell in those areas, and there are beings that sometimes visit those areas. They don't necessarily stay there, but you might encounter them if you're in one of those areas. You're not going to see a crawler at the supermarket, okay? I hope you get the point. It's just like Bigfoot. You're not going to see a Bigfoot in the shopping mall. Okay? You're not. But you will see one in a very, very, very a very wild, dense area. You probably will see something like that out there. Okay? So let's just get that straight. Okay, just get that straight. Now I have to say again, these beings, the reason why I'm saying this is because people focus on fear a lot and they don't focus on logic. Okay, so this is just any cryptid rant like any other cryptid rant is on YouTube. But what I'm trying to say that some people don't really touch on, because some people, they get all, not saying they do this on purpose, and I'm not bashing on their channels. I really do appreciate most people's channels that have like cryptid rants and have cryptozoology channels on YouTube. But what I'm saying on this rant on this channel of mine, and this channel is not about cryptozoology. This channel is really about art and recreation. But I'm trying to say this because people often use the emotional part of their brain when they see something or they even hear about something that is alien to them, and yes, literally alien. But they don't use the logical part of their brain that has to tell them things like, hey, if I'm here, this thing is here because it's here for a reason. If I'm in this area, this being's in this area because it also had a purpose being here. It could be foraging for food. It could have literally just simply been curious. It could have heard a noise, which was, you, and it wanted to see what was going on. It could feel defensive. It could just be lazy. It could be tired. It literally could have ran for a very long distance and it's just catching its breath and it's actually winded and hungry and it's just kind of like out of its element and it didn't expect to see a human or another animal or anything else. And now you're looking into the eyes of friggin' something that literally has like triple-size eggs for eyes in the gaping mouth, and it's looking right back at you, and you're freaking out, and it's probably freaking out. So you have to understand, you have to use the logical part of your brain. You have to use the logical part of your brain. And the thing about this is, I'm not saying this because you have to listen to anything. I'm trying to say this is for people who just want to enlighten themselves on a spiritual level, okay? I'm saying that this video is for people who want to enlighten themselves on a spiritual level, because the thing is, you, like me, all your life have dealt with human beings. You already know what you're dealing with. You already know what a person is. But have you dealt with anything else? Do you understand anything else? Do you have the balls to stand face to face and look at anything else? Do you have the balls to acknowledge that something else exists? Are you man or woman enough to try to even understand maybe why this thing exists or why it's there? Do you have enough man or woman in you to stand before another creature that is similar to you and actually use the logical part of your brain and try to ponder what and why it's there without completely freaking out? Now that's what I'm trying to get you to even consider and understand and try to think about with this video, these type of videos. That's all I'm doing. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing this is because not everyone else is doing this. The reason why I'm doing this is because these creatures are not going to walk up to you in the supermarket and introduce themselves and say whatever, and and then someone's going to say, "Oh, I think we should look into that." No, you would fucking lose your shit. You would freak out. You would go nuts. Most of you, not all of you, but most of you, would freak the fuck out. Okay, if anything like that happened, if you even saw something like that, okay, you'd freak out. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be one person out of thousands and millions of people that aren't even going to acknowledge that these things exist, because one, they think people are going to say they're crazy. Two, they think people are going to think they're crazy. Three, they think people are going to think they're crazy. And they don't give a shit. Okay? They don't give two shits. Okay? But see, I'm a person who was raised in organized religion and modern religion and mainstream religion, so I'm completely disgusted with it, and I fucking hate it with every fiber of my being. And I also have a conscience, and I feel it is not hard for me to explain this, because this doesn't take much explaining. It's not that hard to really understand. The problem is that most people have been programmed and raised in a setting to where this sounds crazy to them. Also, they've never had any contact with any other beings except people and animals that they know as animals. And also, they may not know anyone who has ever had contact with another type of being or entity or spirit or whatever. See, I know people who have had contact with other types of beings, so I've heard their stories firsthand. So it doesn't faze me. It doesn't really freak me out. It doesn't faze me. I understand it. I understand some degree of how it works. I also understand that there are certain physiological and mental processes that go down when you first encounter something like that, or someone. I would really could say someone like that, because they are people also. They're beings. They're not just animals. I mean, they're a little bit more advanced than animals, so I'd rather call them someones than some things. But the thing about these beings is, yes, you can have many weird psychological after effects and things after coming in contact with something like that. A lot of it is literally just psychological, because your brain, some people's brains just can't handle it. If you don't believe me, just watch videos where people talk about having extraterrestrial encounters and things like that, and they will tell you that their brains could just not handle it. They tried to deny it. They maybe literally shit themselves. I will say that again, literally shit themselves had fits of diarrhea, had nightmares, had all types of shit. I'm laughing because to me it's kind of funny. Because I get over things like that pretty fast. You know, I get over things pretty damn fast, okay? And I'm talking about things that would creep people out. To me, for me, I get over them pretty fast. It doesn't really hang around like that with me. It just doesn't. I'm gonna put myself out there. I have had spiritual experiences before with beings. They weren't physical, like I couldn't touch them, but encountering them in certain instances, it didn't bother me. It didn't really, like, I'll say it surprised me, but it didn't bother me after. It surprised me. I'll tell you that though, it did surprise me. I wasn't expecting it, but it didn't bother me. You know, it didn't negatively impact me. In fact, with me, it is very much positively. It is positively impacted my life, and it also has made me. It puts things into perspective. That's how I'll say. It makes me look at this world and think that, okay, even after death, there's still so much going on. Matter of fact, there's more that goes on after death than there is in this life. You know, so it puts a lot of things into perspective. It makes me appreciate things more. You know, if it doesn't do that for you, maybe you're just different, okay? A lot of people are different. You know, that's what it is, you know. So, back to these beings, you know, this is something that, like, teens would laugh about. Little teens, little emo kids would run around talking about, oh, did you hear about the Rake story and the Slender Man? Did you hear about the crawlers? Did you hear about this and that? Did you see that video where the guy thought he filmed one behind a screen window? And, you know, you're gonna say a lot of reckless stuff. You're gonna say a lot of retarded things. You're gonna laugh, you know, think it's a joke and everything. It's not a fucking joke, man. I'm telling you, it's not a joke. It's just as much a joke as it was before any other first being was ever discovered. Like before, when they thought gorillas were a myth, and then they found out they weren't. It seemed like a joke then. Obviously, it's not a fucking joke now. Obviously, it's not a fucking joke now. It's not a joke. You know what a fucking gorilla is. Come on, what the fuck? You know, everybody thinks everything's a fucking joke. That's really the truth. You know, I'll say that again because it's actually very profound. Everyone thinks everything is a fucking joke until something's right in your face and you're experiencing a consequence, whether it's positive or negative, whether you're liking it or not. When something is all up in your face and it's real, it's not a joke then. You know what I mean? So I'll say that. You know, so it's not a joke, okay? It's not just a fucking creepypasta. You know, but look at it like this. Look at it like this, man. For those of you that are actually interested in this thing and this stuff fascinates you, do your research, go online. All I'm trying to do is give you a different perspective, and I'm going to tell you about something about myself. I am not a full-fledged Satanist, but I am satanic. I am part of what you call the left-hand path, okay? I am a spiritual person, and I'm proud of it, and I'm very proud to be as satanic as I am, because not all people are born like me, okay? That's the thing. A lot of people, I'll put it like this: everyone thinks they're special. You are special, but I know I'm special. That's the thing. I'm a special person. I was born for a special reason. You cannot be as satanically inclined as I am. You can't be, because, okay, people don't understand. There's a difference between being a Satanist and being satanic. When you are satanic, when you're satanic, it means you were born a certain way. It means that you have a certain energy, okay? Like, it means you were born a special type of way. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, because that satanic energy is a force of nature. It's like Luciferian. It's just like a Luciferian type of energy. It's a very powerful, very beautiful thing. And it's something that you can use to your advantage, And it's something that there are many spiritual beings, and they're actual gods that will actually help you in your walk in life, okay? Not just because you have that type of energy, but you're pretty much already connected to that type of source, okay? So it's a beautiful thing, okay? So you're probably already drawn to this type of stuff already, but I'm trying to get out to you that what I'm trying to say is don't be afraid of this stuff. Like don't be afraid of it, because fear is only going to make you weak. And I'm just gonna say, for people who are interested in the occult and you're interested in going to the left-hand path, you're interested in even Satanism, if you're gonna do it, go straight in, because you know it's a very beautiful thing. If you're gonna do this, and I'm talking about, you know, certain spirituality. I'm not talking about cryptozoology. Even though you could say it almost goes hand in hand, because those are things that are unknown. Those are things that people really don't. Some people don't even believe they exist. Just like the spiritual, people don't even believe it exists. So it's in the same realm. But I'm trying to tell you, do your research, but never go in with fear, okay? Because fear is crippling. Fear is only going to make you second guess yourself. Fear is going to keep you in a box. Fear is going to keep you in a cage. Fear is a form of slavery, okay? So you don't want to be... I'm telling you right now, don't approach this stuff fearfully. You approach it calmly, have an appreciation for it, approach it cautiously, but have an appreciation for it because of the power that it has, because of what it is. Like I'll give you an example. If you're a person that deals with wild animals, like let's say you deal with like lions and tigers and stuff. Now you know you appreciate those fucking animals, and you have an appreciation and a respect for that. But you also are cautious, but you're not going to be fearful, because to be fearful makes you second guess yourself. Like I said, fear is a demoralizing, debilitating, crippling, imprisoning thing. So you don't go into this stuff like using words like spooky, I'm freaked out, I'm freaking out, this is freaky. No, you don't. Those are baby words. Those are pussy words. Those are words for motherfuckers who are just not about this life. Those are for motherfuckers who are weak, okay? Those are for weak pussy motherfuckers. Do you want to be a limp dick, weak pussy motherfucker? No one does, right? Did you ever look in the mirror and say, I want to be a weak little pussy boy, I want to be a weak limp dick pussy motherfucker with a saggy ball sack and titties, cause I'm a little bitch? No, motherfucker, you know, right? So, like, be a fucking woman, be a man, get your balls up, you go in head first. I mean, you immerse yourself in all this so-called creepy, whatever you want to call it. You completely become that energy, love it, fall in love with it, and research as much as you can. You research all you want about the occult. You research all you want about any left-hand path, the Goetic demons, the Goetia itself. Read the Satanic Bible. I've done that before. I've listened to it on audio, pretty much the whole Satanic Bible. Do your research, watch cryptozoology videos, try to find videos that are people that are legit sources that tell actual stories about their encounters. Get involved with all of that, because the thing about that is a lot of people run around here and they want to talk about starving kids in Africa. Okay, well that's fine, you know. Starving kids in Africa need food, that's good. You know, people should be helping those people. People talk about donating to charities for people with cancer and this and that is good too. That's a good thing. Do it, you know, go for it. But there's other things in this world. I'm trying to say that there are other things that can occupy your mind. There's things that some person might say, oh, that's complete bullshit, that's horseshit. Well, they can think what they want. But you, if you're different, obviously you have different opinion, do the research for yourself. But I'm going to tell you this one thing, and if you get one thing out of this rant, before I go into my angry rant about how I think people are dummies and deserve to have shit slapped out of them. Not every person, but certain people are ignorant. After this rant, I'm gonna go into another rant about how people are full of shit and have their heads up their ass, and I don't like them. Certain people. But I'm trying to get to you the fact that you are doing yourself a huge disservice, man or woman listening to this rant, if you are not researching and getting into all of the so-called dark side of spirituality, cryptozoology, UFO encounters. If you're not opening yourself up to this whole extra world that is, then you are doing yourself a horrible disservice, okay? And if you really, really want to go deep, if you want to say, Steve, what are you talking about this Goetia shit, this demon shit, Steve? Okay, well, I'm gonna say it again. Okay, look up the 9 demonic kings, look up the Goetia, okay? And also, I'd say, look up the Church of Satan and look up the Satanic Bible. And I'm pretty sure after you look you look around and start to research some of that, you'll find your way. Okay, all I have to say is a couple words and a couple names, and you'll find what you're looking for. But I'm gonna tell you this: what you really need to do is in your mind first make the decision that you are open to all of this, that you're opening yourself up to it, and you're gonna let it all in. And you're not going to be afraid, because fear, I'm telling you, fear will draw everything that you want into your life back. You can't approach with fear. If you approach things with fear, I'm going to say it again, it's going to mess you up. You have to do in your heart what you actually have a passion for, regardless of how creepy or weird or whatever other people think. You have to do what you believe and go in full force without fear, because you are only hurting yourself and actually other people. I'm going to have to correct that. You may have children, you may have family members that could actually benefit from the money, from the blessings, from all the positive things that are going to come into your life when you really tap into what's already inside of you and you really venture out into that domain. I hope you understood what I was saying. I hope you really get the point. And I hope that you're not... I'm going to actually do another video. I don't have enough time, but I am going to make a rant about the misconceptions of the left-hand path and what is satanic. Now, there are people that are more knowledgeable about it and are further along in their path than I am, so they'll explain it to you much more why it's not what Hollywood makes it out to be, and it's not what, like, people in churches and Christians tell you things are. But I'm not going to do that now, because that's another video for another time. But I'm going to say in this video that don't let fear cripple you. And now I'm about to get into the angry part of the rant, where it's about to get buck wild and off the chain and cursy, and there's going to be a lot of cursing and yelling and anger, because I'm talking about dumb people. And I've run into very dumb people sometimes the street and stuff, and it's just really, it's horrible that people really act such a fool, but that's the way people are. So here's the second part of the rant. Buckle up and prepare yourself. This is none other than your host, Steve from the back, and I think this may be a buck wild and crazy rant. But maybe not. I was just thinking about, like, honestly, and I don't say things like this and, like, make rants like this simply to bash on people. See, that's not the point. The point is, what I'm just pointing out is the hypocrisy and the honest, I have to just say, the disgracefulness of a lot of people. How it almost seems like, I don't understand why some people do or say the things they do a lot of times. and I'm just pointing shit out. That's really what I'm doing. You know, I'm just pointing things out because I notice people, number one, they don't like to hear the truth. Number two, people are in fucking denial. Number three, it seems like I'm a respectful person. I don't fuck around with people. I don't mess with people. But it's always other people that either have something to say about me, have something to say about some other person when they're not there. People talk shit about people when they're not there, but people don't say shit to people's face. I hear it all the time. I always hear someone talking about somebody. And me, I'm the type of person where you could literally go and ask certain people and you wouldn't know who they are, because the thing is, I have a habit of checking people in private. Like, if someone disrespects me, I go to them in private and I'll go straight up to them, right to their face, like a real man, and I'll put them right in check. And I'll tell them straight up, if you want to, talk shit or you want to disrespect me or escalate or whatever, we can take this shit right outside and it won't end well for you. And I've never had a motherfucker, woman or man, say, okay, because they already know what the fuck's gonna happen. So, I'm just saying, I have a habit of being respectful. Like I said, not being a jackass, but then having people get out of line and either say reckless shit or do dumb shit, and then I have to put them in check. And I don't usually do that shit in a huge crowd of people, because my mentality is, where there's no cameras, I will fuck you up. That's how I get down. That's just me, because that's real, okay? That's the way it goes. No one will know, because by the time it's finished, I'll be gone. And I could deny anything. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people would assume it was me. One, because I'm not a pussy motherfucker. Two, because I'm fucking black. And because they know a lot of people are pussies, and they'll know, oh, somebody got fucked up by somebody. It must have been Steve. You know what I mean? Especially in a work setting. They're thinking, oh, it must have been Steve, because no one else is going to do something like this to someone and just not be found, or no one is going to do something like this to someone and just, do it just in general. You know what I mean? And people, it takes them a while to catch on to that, but after spending enough time around me, they understand. So what I'm making is a distinction. I'm making a distinction between me and other motherfuckers that all they do is run their mouths and aren't about shit. Okay? So what I'm saying this because I notice, like, for instance, right? I'll be on the fucking bus and I'll be talking to someone, right? Like, I have this acquaintance. There's this guy I know, and he's a very old man. His name is Rich. He's a very old man. He has a cane. He's a very nice old man. And he's just an old man, minds his own fucking business. He doesn't fuck with people. He rides the bus, he walks with a cane. He's very old. And I'll be talking, right? And then sometimes he'll ask me a simple question. Like, he'll ask me, something like, like, what am I doing for the weekend? Or what do I do on the weekend or whatever? And I'll tell him, because, he seems like a very nice guy. He's an old man. I do respect my elders. And, he seems like just a generally nice person. So I don't mind conversing with this man. So I'll tell him, I'll be like, well, I'm going to upload a YouTube video. I'm probably going to either create some content, or I'm going to upload something already created. I'm going to probably go to the park, and I'm probably going to work out. And the funniest thing is, sometimes I get these looks from people, and I'm thinking, like, what the fuck are you looking at? It's like, you mean to tell me so? I'm thinking, what do you think? You think it's abnormal? What I'm saying this to say, like, certain people, I don't get people's reactions. Like, they hear something, they think it's just so alien. Now, I'll put it like this, and I have to talk shit, because if people act a certain way, then I'm gonna have to talk shit about it, because I really don't give a fuck what happens after, because I know how people like that are, and they're fucking pussies anyway. So they're pretty much stupid for a lot of things. Like, one time I stepped on the bus and I had a guy say to another guy, to the bus driver, that I was very ill. And I believe the reason why this guy said I was ill is because one day I was at the bus stop and I was on the ground like I normally am, and he said to me that there are germs on the ground, and this guy came around all the way around a corner to say this shit. And see, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, so what are you? Okay, either one, you're stupid as fuck because you just walked around a corner where a random black man is sitting around a corner. Like, are you a fucking faggot? You know what I mean? Number one, are you stupid? Are you just friendly? Or do you just want to talk? But the thing is, see, this guy had a tone of like authority, like as if I won't bust his whole fucking head open. Okay, this guy had a tone of like, like I shouldn't be on the ground. And I'm thinking, okay, if I saw a motherfucker on the ground in a corner, I would mind my own fucking business. Number one, because I don't know what that person is capable of. I don't know the mental state of that person. And I'm not going to walk all the way around to a corner where someone is to say anything to them because that's your sheer stupidity. It's like, unless you know that person it's like, I could see a child doing that because a child doesn't know any better. But see, the thing is this, obviously I'm not going to go to jail for fucking up some old man with a fucking ponytail on a fucking bus. That I would literally rag and drag his ass literally around the bus by his ponytail and hope that his little head doesn't twist around and fucking snap. Okay? Because I'm the type of person that's the shit that I'm capable of, and I don't give a fuck. But see, people, it's literally like until they really understand that, they usually will disrespect me just because they're stupid and they're not used to being around people who are not like them. See, the thing is, I come from Bridgeport, Connecticut, so I'm used to being around people that are similar or like me. And there's a certain way that you respect people because you don't want that type of trouble, okay? But you get, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be racist, but I'm going to keep it 100% real. You get these dumb white motherfuckers around here in Concord, New Hampshire that are actually dumb enough to say some shit like that. And especially to say some shit like that to me of all people, right? So what I'm ranting about is the stupidity of fucking people and how ignorant they are. It's like, so number one, you show me that you can't mind your own business and you are stupid. Number two, you show me that you're ignorant. Number three, you show me that you're double ignorant because you don't understand different people's lifestyles other than your own. So it's okay if you want to sit at home on your fat ass and watch fucking Netflix or whatever the fuck you do, and you don't train and you don't exercise and you don't do any of the shit that I do because you're a fucking pussy, or because, I don't know, maybe you have a bad knee, or maybe because you just don't give a fuck and you just aren't into fitness and you don't want to do anything that I do. You just want to do shit you want to do. That's one thing, right? Okay. But as far as being a grown person, an adult, mind your own fucking business and keep it simple. It's like, I don't understand how people can be so fucking ignorant is my thing. So I don't understand what this stigma is. Is it a stigma that, like, I don't know, no one should be fucking training or working out for anything? Is that the thing? Is that like is everybody just a fucking pussy? Is that what it is? See, I'm saying this because and I'll tell you why I thought of this. I thought of this because earlier I was playing a video game and I was thinking to myself, I was like, there's literally some guys who literally, that's all they do. They will literally sit around all day out of every day of the week and just play this fucking game. And I don't ever hear somebody like, or seeing someone's eyes get big when someone mentions, oh, I played Fortnite for fucking 6 hours straight. Nobody seems to give two fucks, right? But if I talk about how either I went and I had to train, I had to lift, I had to do calisthenics, and I had to fucking spar, or I had to fucking train with weapons with friends or one of my friends for self-defense, when I tell them I had, just casually talking about shit I do, that I had to go out and do that shit for 3 hours, then some motherfucker either acts like, I don't know, what's the word? I don't know if it makes some men feel, what's the word? What is it called? damn, there's a word for it. It's like inadequate or something. It's like, you know, I look at it like this. If you're a fucking pussy and you're soft, well then go fucking do something about it. Go train, go work out, go change your lifestyle. You know, it's like don't what's the word, feel, it's almost like I feel like sometimes adult men are like kids in high school. It's like if you're fucking that much of a child, that just the fact that someone else actually does things that takes something that they could be proud of, that actually takes focus, strength, skill, it takes, endurance. It's like, don't feel bad about that. Then change your fucking lifestyle. It's like, don't be envious of shit that I could do or that I do. It's like, what type of fucking retard are you? It's like, what I don't, and I'm talking about this simply because there are literally people, out there that are like that. They're like children. It's like a little child. It's like when I hear people talk about that they put gas in their fucking electric car. I'm not getting, you know what I'm talking about, that they put gas in their car or some type of fancy car or whatever. I don't fucking give two shits. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't care what other people are fucking doing. Okay? I'll keep it real with you. The only things that anger me or make me envious on any type of emotional level when people talk about is maybe that some girl that I would like, it talks about their boyfriend or some shit because I wish I could be that guy. That's the only thing that fucking pisses me off, man. But see, the thing is, I don't fucking express in a disrespectful way my distaste for things like that. And that's the difference. See, I'm trying to explain that, like, some people are so ignorant and so fucking stupid that they don't understand that, number one, a person like me could punish you for being disrespectful because I will fuck you up. That's the real truth about this thing. And if you go to places where I'm from, if you show disrespect like that, or you show your your displeasure or your disdain so quickly, you will get fucked up. Okay, that's how it is. You will eventually you will get fucked up. But you have people to where they're used to acting like little babies, and they want to be ignorant, and sometimes they would dare even open up their mouth and talk about someone that they know nothing about. Because I'll give you an answer. I'll give you an example. It's like, someone says, "Oh, well, that guy there is ill." No, it's not that I'm ill. It's that I don't give a fuck is what it is. And I don't give a fuck about you. And actually, you're lucky that I'm not so ill, because if I was so mentally ill, I would fuck you up. I would rip you out of that fucking seat, batter you, choke you, and drag you all around this bus and literally be attempting to twist your little fucking head all the way around and biting you and mauling you in the fucking face and every other thing. Because that's what, if I was actually ill, that's what I would do, because I would have no understanding of, oh, I might get jumped by 5 other people on the bus. I might get arrested on the bus, You might have a knife and now I have to fight you with a fucking knife and 3 other people on the fucking bus and then get arrested. Okay, that's what retarded ill people do. But see, that's the thing. I'm not a mentally ill person. It's that I'm a real person and I don't give a fuck about people. That's what it is. I don't give 2 fucks. I just don't care. But the thing is, it angers me because people literally have opinions, and they have their little stupid, ignorant ass fucking opinion that comes from their asshole, and they really believe this shit. Number one, because they see someone like me on their level. They say, oh, he rides the same bus as me. So, in my little stupid little mind, that makes me think that I know something, because he's riding this bus too. Okay? But see, if you were to see me in a fucking car or in a fucking convertible and I was looking at you waiting at the bus stop, it wouldn't matter if I had my hands up my ass, on my balls, or on the fucking concrete. You wouldn't have shit to say. Matter of fact, you'd probably be wondering, how the fuck did he get that whip? How did he get that car? Okay, why is he with that girl? That's what you'd be thinking about. But see, that shows me that you're fucking ignorant and fucking stupid is what that shows me. You know? Because you don't understand things. It's you think so shallow that you think, oh, I saw a guy with his hands on the ground. Oh, he took his mask off and glared at me and he started to walk towards me and I backed down. So now he's ill. No, number one, you're a fucking little pussy, number one, because you thought you're about to get fucked up. And I really wasn't gonna fuck you up. It's just I was trying to show you that I'm not fucking playing around. You see what I'm saying? Do you see the mentality, the difference? It's like, but that's the way it always is. It's always ignorant, stupid fucking people that don't know jack shit always acting up. And I fucking can't stand it. And you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to make this a short rant because I don't want this to be a long rant. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. The day, see, the very day where I'm a person who has a nice car or just, a car and they see me with a female, you know what I'm saying? Like when they see me with my girl or whatever, and I see some little punk motherfucker like that with some little ponytail fucking old man that I would literally fucking beat up and dump on his fucking head. When I see a motherfucker like that, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna spit on him because spit could be considered assault and I could go to jail for that. But I'm gonna fucking verbally rag that motherfucker and clown his ass, right? Because I know there's nothing he's capable of doing to me physically, really. So I'm just gonna clown the motherfucker and walk away in front of everybody. You know? I'm just gonna make fun of the motherfucker. And the reason why I will make fun of all you motherfuckers, I'm gonna say yes, you, all you motherfuckers that I ever ran into that had some dumb shit to say. I don't give a fuck if it was on a job, if it was in the street, if it was any fucking where I ever saw you. All you little motherfuckers, I'm gonna come fucking check you. Not only am I gonna check you, but I'm gonna embarrass you and clown your ass, okay? Because you're gonna fucking deserve it. Do you understand what I'm fucking saying? Because in your mind, you actually think that you have solid ground to stand on to say the things you say out your little mouths. Because you think I'm in the same position as you. So that shows me how ignorant you are. So that shows me that people that are in a lower state of life than me, I don't fuck with those people. I don't treat them different. People that are in the same situation as me, I don't treat them different because I mind my own fucking business. That's why. Because my goal at the end of the day is to find a nice woman, get married, have a decent job, get a second income, possibly maybe leave this bullshit job I'm at now, and have a fucking happy life. That's what my goal is. My goal is not to try to converse with every fucking person. In I'm gonna have to say this, so I apologize to people who are homosexual, but I'm gonna have to say this shit. Or some of you motherfuckers out here are tutti fruity faggot boys, and you wanna fucking suck every Tom, Dick, and Harry's cock that you see swinging on the street, so you get uptight and angry when the motherfucker doesn't say anything to you because your feelings are hurt or something. I don't really know how that mind works, but I guess you're insulted in some type of way, so you'd want to push the issue. And then when you see me get real with you, because the thing is, I don't show aggression like a normal person. I don't show anger like a normal person, and I don't what's the word? I don't approach a person or engage a person in a combative way like normal people. I'm head on. I'm fucking will rip my mask off my face. I will growl. I will show my teeth. I will walk straight towards you and wait for you to do something, because I'm ready to fight right then and there. And that's the way I am, because I'm not playing around. I'm not fucking sitting here just because I'm not trying to fucking trying anything. It's just, if you fuck with me, I'm gonna destroy you, and if I can't, well then I fucking lose. But you get my mentality. That's the mentality I have. That's what life really is, and that's just what it is. And I don't give a fuck. Okay, so I don't give a fuck. Okay, what I give a fuck about is going behind fucking bars and losing my freedom and being in fucking jail. Okay, so I just I just have to say these things because I will say it again and again. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone once I leave my fucking house. You know, I leave my house. I understand that people have different lifestyles. I understand what you are and how you are. But you clash with me because I'm not like you. That's the thing. I'm not about what the fuck you're about, okay? I don't live like you. I don't do the same things you do. And matter of fact, I also was thinking about stopping this fucking Mugen channel because the Mugen channel doesn't seem to be getting enough views. Number one. And number two, see, this is going on longer than I wanted, but I got so much shit always in my head that I have to just draw it out. This Mugen channel with the fucking Mugen game, those Mugen videos, I don't really like doing them because I don't want to be sitting around playing these fucking video games. Okay, once in a while I pull this Mugen thing up and I play this fucking game because sometimes videos can get views. I did one video with friggin' Sally Acorn. The video had, I think, like, it could have had almost 500 views or something, okay? And for some people, they'd say that's nothing, but that's actually big for me. So, but you know what? I don't consistently get any views like that off fucking Mugen videos. Mugen is a if you don't know what Mugen is a fighting game. Mugen is a mod. Mugen is a fucking video game. Okay, for a computer. And if you want to know more, just research it. But I'm saying this to say that, see, I don't like the fact, number one, that so many people are so different than I am that literally I am forced on a Saturday to any given weekday to sit and play some fucking video game because no one wants to do anything. And the second I leave my house, if I tell someone something that I'm doing or want to do, their eyes just, it's like, it's like they act like it's fucking alien, like they never did it in their life. It's like, I don't even understand it. I don't understand how, like, and I'm not going to mention names, but I'm just going to have to keep it real. Like, I'll be on a job and sometimes I'll say, well, hey, today is a squat day. Today when I go home, I have to do squats. I have to do deadlifts. I may have to do push-ups. I have to, because it's a routine. It's like, I get these fucking looks, and I'm just going to, say it. It's not from women either. It's not, women. I don't know why it's backwards. It's like women seem to know that men should work out, but men seem to act like it's fucking, like an insane idea. It's like they act like you're supposed to go home, sit around and play some fucking video game for like hours on end, be a soft little fucking pussy, and then when you get mad, you act like you're capable, and then you get crushed by a motherfucker like me. And it's like, it's not just that I fucking work out. That's just part of what I do, okay? I'm also a fucking martial artist, but it's not just that. You should be working out so you just can actually do things and you're not huffing and puffing. Like, I want to laugh sometimes when I see men fucking on a job and you're huffing and puffing lifting boxes like that shit weighs fucking 190 pounds. That box is probably only 40 fucking pounds that I could toss with one fucking hand over my head. It's like, are you fucking serious? And it probably doesn't even weigh 40 pounds. See, this is what I mean. It's like, I don't get the fucking culture, nor the lifestyle, nor the habits. I don't fucking get it, and I'm fucking disgusted with it. It makes me want to spit on my fucking computer screen right now, okay? Because I'm not about that shit. It's fucking so alien to me. It's like, so you mean to tell me, okay, so you think it's normal that you're gonna go home and for hours you're gonna play some fucking video game? You mean to tell me that? You mean to tell me that you literally rely on all your strength and ability on youth? Is that what you're telling me? So you mean to tell me that you just think that you're just gonna be so young, or your diet's gonna be so good that you just think you're gonna just work so well? You wonder why you're struggling with shit. You wonder why you need a team lift and I can lift one thing that you need two people to, so you think that that's just normal for you, huh? That's normal? You think that's fucking what being a man is? You think that's normal for a fucking man? You're a fucking pussy. Jesus Christ. It's like, did your father never tell you that you're a fucking pussy? Was your father a fucking hippie or something? I don't know. You fucking tell me, because my father was not. Okay? I don't fucking get it. I'm just keeping it real. I'm saying these things because I see dumb shit every day. And I see some people that understand. Some people mind their own business. But some motherfuckers just never want to mind their own business. And they always got some shit to say. And they got the brain of a fucking hamster. They don't understand shit. So, I don't understand shit about them. And they don't understand shit. Okay? So, I'm just saying, it seems like the only thing people understand is green money. That's the only thing people understand. It's like, I could speak Chinese, I could speak Greek, I could speak any language to you, I could speak fucking Arabic, anything, and all you understand, it's like you look at me like I'm a fucking alien until I pull out some green dollar bills. It's like, then I pull that out, and all of a sudden, it's like all of a sudden, all your fucking opinions fizzle down to nothing, and everything is yes sir and yes this when you see some money, and that's all. That's all you fucking understand. That's all you people ever understand. So, it's a fucking shame, and it's fucking retarded. And I'll say this: some of these motherfuckers are lucky that I am sane, or else it would be fucking horribly trouble for them, man. That's what I have to say about that shit, man. So, I'm gonna say this: respect to people out there who understand things, who understand different cultures, they understand logic, common fucking sense, haven't forgotten what a man is, actually understand just, common fucking knowledge, know how to mind their own business, know how to respect people, know how to fucking keep their mouth shut. Respect to people like that, but I had to rant about this because I see so much bullshit that I just eventually have to just vent. I can't not. In this shit that I see, most of this shit I see is when I leave my fucking house, okay? Because for the most part, people around my house that I live in, people are respectful, they mind their fucking business, and they don't run their fucking mouths for no reason. You know what I mean? They don't act like that. But when I fucking go out into the street, this is where I see all this fucking foolishness. And sometimes when I'm on jobs, when I'm in a workplace, I see men with fucking straight foolishness sometimes. I'm thinking, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, you're crazy. You're the one who's crazy, man. It's like, and I'm gonna have to say this again. Like, let me ask you this. And I'm gonna have to just say it. I'm gonna have to say it again because I feel like as a black man it makes it even weirder because most women or men are just not usually not attracted, number one, to no random black fucking skinny man. You know what I mean? So I'm like, number one, if you're coming around a corner all the way around, like, think of it this way. If you go downtown and there's the clock tower, right? There's a clock tower, then there's the bank, then there's a banking place, and then you got the I think it's like some lingerie or some Victoria's Secret or some shit. It's like, okay, if I'm all the way in the corner, either by the lingerie or the fucking banking, and you walk all the way from the clock tower, you know how many? That's like you at least walk maybe 6 steps, man. So, are you fucking so fucking gay? Is that my? It's like, okay. I mean, if you are, okay, that's your life. But it's not smart to just you might want to like give me a warning, like, okay, explain why you're walking around this corner while I'm on this ground, because that's some weird shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's like if I was to literally, okay, look like me, right? I'm a fucking tall, skinny, 6'2" black man. If you're in a corner on the street, and I was to walk all the way from a fucking clock tower and turn in your direction and start talking to you while you are literally on the ground, I mean, wouldn't that alarm the fuck out? Wouldn't that alarm you if you saw that shit? I mean, just wouldn't it? Like, you would think it would alarm you because I'm a complete fucking stranger, number one. It would alarm you, number two, because I understand if you have no racial bias, that's good. If you have no racial bias, that's a good thing, man. I really appreciate that. It's an even more plus to me if you're a woman and you're attracted to me, you're attracted to black men, that's great. That's actually, I'll give you a double plus. But guess what? You should be, I mean, generally, just a general average person, there you gotta feel at least a little bit uncomfortable, because you got a fucking person walking towards you. It's like, I'm not some fucking like super handsome fucking thing with bling bling on, and I'm not looking like you think this guy's probably a celebrity or something. He's probably no. Okay, generally when a fucking stranger walks towards you, you get a little fucking on edge because it's fucking weird, okay? Because usually people just don't, you don't just walk towards someone like that, okay? So my question is this, to an individual like that is like, number one, are you fucking fruity tooty boy, number one? Because that would probably seem like the most logical reason. Like, you're walking towards a person that's on the ground, and not on the ground laying, on the ground crouched with their hands on the fucking ground. Me, Dogman Steve, on the fucking ground. Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you... Like, I will raise up off this ground and beat the shit out of you faster than you can... It's like, you're gonna approach me while I'm on the fucking ground. In a corner. Seriously. Like, get some fucking sense, man. It makes me wonder, like, would you have done that if it was fucking nighttime and no one was around? Because at that time, my first thoughts would be thinking of fucking you up. You know why? Because I'm in a fucking corner. Do you understand? I'm in a fucking corner, motherfucker. It's the same reason why you wouldn't enter a bathroom with a fucking man in the bathroom. If it's a private bathroom, and especially let's say if someone has no clothes on, would you approach a? That's like if I find a wild person out in the wild, fucking butt naked. Do you think I would go near that person? Fuck no. That shit seems like it might end like the fucking the voodoo zombie shit with the bath salts, and a guy jumps on you and tries to bite your fucking face off. It's like, what the fuck? That's my thing. It's like, so I'm thinking maybe you was the faggotest motherfucker that probably ever lived. You got a fucking long ass ponytail. You're old. You kept looking in my direction because I use my peripheral so I can see you before you even look at me. I seen you keep looking in my fucking direction for whatever reason. Like you want to fucking stare into my eyes or some shit. It's like, so you probably fucking gay as fuck, number one. See, do you get my logic? Oh, but I'm the one who's fucking ill, right? I'm mentally ill. Okay. I'm ill somehow. Somehow in this, I'm ill. What is it? Because I'm not gay? Is it because I don't have a ponytail? I don't know. Is it because I don't have a stupid little hat on with a fake leather jacket and I'm not old man? Is it because, I'm black and I'm on the ground? I don't know, should I be standing up? Should I be smoking a cigarette? I don't know what you get what I'm saying? I don't fucking know what the fuck is wrong with you people out here. You're a bunch of fucking retards. And you just make me more violent and more angry because your minds are fucking retarded. It makes me feel like I need to bust your fucking head open, spill some of your brains out, put some air in there, and maybe you'd be a little bit smarter after the end of that. Because you're fucking retarded. Okay? And you only understand two things. You understand me fucking you up, someone fucking you up, or someone putting money in your hand, or you coming somehow. So all you are is, you're all about, whether you're gay or straight, you're about your fucking, you coming, some motherfucker putting money in your hand, and that's pretty much it. That's all you fucking are, okay? You're a piece of trash. I have to say this because I can't really just get violent and just physically do things to people because I can't just be doing things like that. So I have to vent this out and get this out in some way. Okay, so I'm fucking angry. I'm venting because I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of getting up day after day, working, just trying to survive, trying to get somewhere, trying to find a nice woman, trying to find a wife, so I can live a fucking peaceful life, right? With just some tiny glimpse of beauty in it, because you motherfuckers are hideous, you motherfuckers are ugly, you motherfuckers are disgusting. It's like, literally, and I'm gonna keep it real, okay, alright? So, if I was to look at this man, he might say I look mentally ill, but you know what I think to him? I think he looks like straight vomit. He's fucking ugly, he's gross, Uh, body looks like shit. If I was fucking gay, I don't even think I would like that shit if I was gay, man. You got a fucking ponytail. It's like, bro, you are busted. It's like, I'm the one that looks crazy. I always say this because, people always have their opinion. Like, people will say, oh, I don't like those pants, man, that you got. Or, I don't like your shoes, or I don't like your contacts. I don't like your this, I don't like this. Or even maybe you just don't like black people. So maybe you just don't like the way that I look as a black person. Not that you're racist, but maybe you just don't like my look. So you're like, I don't like your face. I think you're ugly, man. But guess what? You know what I think when I see you? I think the same shit, bro. I think you're fucking ugly. You're hideous, motherfucker. You got a dad bod. You got man titties. You look like a piece of flabby shit. You're disgusting, motherfucker. Do you get this? Do you understand what I'm saying? People have their opinions. You don't like my spiritual beliefs? You think things are spooky, creepy, and scary? Well, guess what I see when I see you, motherfucker? You're spooky, creepy, and scary. You're disgusting, and I wouldn't touch you with a fucking 9-foot fucking pole. I don't give a fuck if I was half bisexual. I wouldn't touch you with a 9-foot pole. So, I'm trying to get in people's heads that the same judgment in the same way that you see me, I probably am more judgmental of you because, see, the thing about me is I have a very, very nasty disposition towards people, okay? So, me, I'm always on high alert. When I see a motherfucker blink around a corner, I'm targeting that motherfucker, even with just my peripheral. That's how I am. My peripheral's already caught you. I'm already targeting you, sizing you up, zoning in, checking what's around that's a potential improvised weapon. I'm already fucking ready to fuck you up already. Okay? That's me already, and I don't give a fuck who you are. You could even be sometimes a fucking woman, even. Because you look, I feel like I get a vibe like you're looking at me the wrong fucking way. So I'm thinking, is there a fucking problem? you know, is there a fucking problem, bro? So, I'm already wired that way. And I come from fucking Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm not from Grafton or Pennacook or fucking Concord or Manchester or these places. I'm not from fucking Whitesville, okay? I'm a black motherfucker from Bridgeport. So, it's a different fucking level already, okay? I don't know what the fuck to say to you people, man. But what I'm sick and tired of is I cherish certain people so much. Like, I appreciate people's kindness. There's people I know that they, their kindness goes a long way, okay? There's women that I know that their personality and their looks and their kindness is so beautiful that it just makes my fucking day. But on the same coin, you motherfuckers that are running around with your fucking head up your ass, that are reckless saying shit with your mouth, acting a certain way, having these fucking little looks on your face, you're lucky I don't fucking bust every tooth out of your fucking head and crush your fucking skull. You're lucky. It's like, you're lucky I don't snap just off of the expression that I seen on your face. Your little judgmental looks and talking all types of shit. That does nothing. That does nothing for me. It really doesn't. It doesn't do anything for me. But see, the good thing about that I can say come from with that is that I know that it's not worth me escalating anything. At the end of the day, it annoys me, but it doesn't bother me enough to cause me to really do much. Now, there are some times where I have to address people, and I've had to do it before. I've had to do this on jobs. I've done this shit to men and women on jobs. I've fucking took them in a corner and checked them. Put them right in check. Okay? I've done this shit before. But I usually don't have to go that far. I usually don't have to fucking escalate anything. I don't have to address the person about it. But I'm gonna tell you, it's a shame. You should be ashamed. Some of you people out here, you should be ashamed of yourself because your fucking sorry excuses for men. I'm only not gonna talk on women because this is usually men. It's not. It's usually not women. It's usually men. You motherfuckers are sorry excuses for men. You're fucking pussies. You're wet fucking noodles. You're a piece of fucking shit. And the funniest thing is, there will come a day, and mark my fucking words, there will come a day when I'm with some bitch that you couldn't even get, when I'm driving some fucking car that either you probably can't even afford or that you just don't fucking have, while you motherfuckers want to play your little video games, treat your girlfriends like shit, sit around and eat and be fat slobs, have man titties, and be little weak pieces of pussy shit and think that you're this and that, and get fucked up by Steve all day and tomorrow, when you see me with a fucking whip and I got fucking money and I'm with a fucking bitch, don't change your tune. Don't fucking change your tune, because at that point I'm probably going to be even more apt to fucking crush you, because of the simple fact that I know what goes on in your little fucking head. I know how ignorant you fucking are. Okay? Because the thing is, if you were acting the way you are now, don't change your tune when I actually look like a person to you. It's like you think, oh, that motherfucker's just crazy. That motherfucker's just this. That motherfucker's just that. Oh, okay, that's what you think, huh? Alright. Oh, okay. Alright. Have fun. Have fun living your life how you're living it, and see where the fuck you are in time. Because in time, shit changes, right? In time, I'm doing a lot of things, getting prepared for a lot of things in fucking time. We'll see what the fuck you've done in time, okay? So, fuck you little ignorant, stupid ass people that are in Concord and coming from wherever you're coming from and ride your little bus and that don't understand shit about shit. That's the end of the rant. Have a nice day. This is your host, Steve from the back. Like, comment, and fucking subscribe.